Welcome to Backlog BS, episode 2. This time coming to you in a live format. We've got me, myself, Timo. We've got Tanner. And we've got
Sup?
Abram. And we got Tucker.
Good evening.
Howdy.
Today, it's the second episode of our weekly podcast being recorded and then uploaded. We're live streaming it, of course.
Yeah.
And it's going up one day after the first episode.
Yeah, I guess I just realized that upload schedule is kind of screwed, but we weren't thinking about live streaming it when we recorded the first one. So it doesn't really matter if our plan got screwed up.
Yeah.
Plus, we're just starting,
little-
so who gives a shit?
It's a little operator error.
Yeah,
It's okay.
We actually learned about the concept of live streaming after we recorded the first episode. I had no idea what it was before then.
Yeah.
I thought this whole time we were recording messages to be sent via pigeon to the audience. So
I agree.
I was on a
agree.
different page the whole time.
Smoke signals.
But we're here now. We got some topics for you. We got some stories to regale you with. We got fucking things to say, if you will.
Mhm,
Yes.
mhm.
We've got a promotion up on Abram's fantastic Twitter page. So if anyone is in the I can see Tanner now. If anyone is here from
Great.
Abram's Twitter, say it in the comments.
Yeah,
Or in
fucking
the live
drop
stream.
it there. My Twitter is the happening place to be. It might be linked in the description. If not, I frankly don't care a whole ton.
Actually, Abram has the most Twitter followers on Twitter. Do you guys know that?
The most.
The
And-
Out of the
Hands
accounts
down.
that matter, I certainly do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Exactly.
Out of the accounts that matter. So we've got some stories to regale you with from our past week. Anyone feel like fancying themselves in beginning?
I'll begin. Here's the deal.
Yeah.
Tucker and I were on Discord to an obscene hour last night. We were doing all kinds of fucking shit. We were ranking Switch games. Tucker was mixing spam into all manner of meals. It was a disaster.
Oh dear God.
But around 1 a.m, I had to go outside briefly to take a personal phone call. I'm never outside at this hour. And I think I encountered a drug deal. I'm not positive, but Tucker immediately stopped me when I came back inside. I was like, "Hey, Tucker, I think I just saw a drug deal happen." He's like, "No, Abram, shut the fuck up. We're recording a podcast tomorrow. Why don't you tell us there?"
Yeah, I know. I was thinking, hey, we're bad at coming up with topics for the
It's true.
podcast. So might as well get what we can.
Now here's the thing. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really know what a drug deal looks like. I've seen a little Breaking Bad. I've seen my fucking fair share of cocaine-fueled movies. I'm a big crime fan, big Martin Scorsese fan. I've seen a couple actors in one of his films do a little coke here and there. But I've never really seen anyone in real life do the drugs, if you will.
Mhm.
I live in wellness housing. I don't smoke or drink or anything. It's not really my element.
Mhm.
But here I am outside, right? I'm taking a fucking phone call.
He's
And
on
I
the
see
phone,
this
not
kid
even
come out the
looking.
side door. I'm just on the phone. I'm minding my own business. It's cold. I got my sweatshirt on. I'm talking to my girlfriend. Got the door open. This kid comes out. I don't know him very well. I know him by sight. He lives on my floor. I've heard he's a scumbag. That's the only point of reference I have.
So we'll call him
And-
scumbag number 1.
We'll call him scumbag number 1. Okay, that's fair. That's
Okay.
fair.
Okay.
So we see him come out-
implying the existence of another scumbag in this story, but continue.
That's true. Keep in mind, actually, I'm going to modify it. It's alleged scumbag 1 and alleged
Okay.
scumbag.
Oh, okay.
alleged
We don't know for
scumbag.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, just so we can't be sued.
We can't be sued. That's true. I'm really worried about litigation here on Backlog
Mhm.
Banter.
By these
But
anonymous
But so I'm
subjects. of
I'm
the
outside.
stories.
He comes outside. He props the door open. That's the first sign something's gone wrong. And he's not wearing a mask. We've got 2 strikes against us already.
Oh, dear.
This is the wellness
Oh,
housing
no.
building. It's kind of a fucking hip happening, hopping place to be, right? It's kind of exclusive. He's got the door propped open. He's out there looking wide-eyed and fucking. He's on the prowl for something.
Interesting.
He's looking around. He's looking left. He's looking fucking right. He's looking up and down. He goes around the side of the building. From behind me, from the other way around the building, comes another gentleman. Looking a little furtive, little fucking eyes darting back and forth a little bit. First gentleman, alleged scumbag number 1, comes back from the other side of the building, and they look at each other, and they're like, "Hey, bro, what's up? You know, what's happening? It's an hour of the day. You know, things are happening."
As the kids
They go
talk.
up and they dap each other up, but they dap each other up in a very intimate manner. This is a chest to chest dap, and
I
here's my
see.
theory. This is where I think the drugs come in. I think this happened chest to chest. So things being passed around. That's my theory. That's just a game theory.
Okay.
Because here's the thing. I'm an individual who really tends to keep to his own. You know, I'm not really interested in other people's business. I'm not really interested in the drugs and the marijuanas and the things of that nature. The devil's lettuce fucking doesn't grow in my cabbage patch, as I like to say, and I will continue to say. But that's just my theory. And that, is it possible, if not more likely, that it's just a guy seeing his friend? Probably.
It is possible.
It's probable. It's honestly maybe even likely.
I really like the
but
idea
I have to say,
of the pass between the chest bumps.
It's
I like that too.
It's really
It's
complicated.
It's reminiscent
really complicated.
of the Now You See Me 2 scene
Yes,
where they're
it
passing the
is.
card in between.
Yes,
See,
thank you
if
for
we
making that
were-
reference.
If we were filming this, I feel like we should have gotten a close up of the package of drugs slipping in between down their sleeves.
Yeah.
It could have been. It's very interesting. Now, I mean, I live a very mundane life, to be honest with you. It's very fucking mundane.
Mm,
So the concept that I saw a drug deal happen makes me really excited.
nice.
Do I believe it enough in my heart to pursue any kind of action? Absolutely not. Even if it did happen, do I really care enough to say anything? Not really. Does it? Would it peeve me to some extent that I live in wellness housing? We took a contract to be in this building, and you might be smoking the marijuanas in the premise. Yes, it does. But you know what? To each their own, as I like to say.
Yeah.
To each their own.
A very
And that's
practical
so-
method of
So
thought.
what happened after they dapped each other up? Did they just go their separate ways, or did you leave? What happened?
Well, I was still on the phone, but they went their
Okay.
separate ways. One back into the building, one into the fucking warm embrace of the night.
I see.
So
Interesting.
that's where the suspicion lies.
Yeah.
hmm
No conversation.
that's
No
the thing.
real extended connection.
No, it was
Just a
quick.
momentary passing.
I agree. Yes.
hmm
Very curious.
Very curious.
Very curious.
Well, Abram, I intend on hearing how the case has progressed in next week's episode.
Yeah, we will
so-
find out. You'll have to recall
Do some
back and
Private eye.
No.
Yeah.
I could easily make something up.
Oh, absolutely.
PI.
little screenwriting
Abram
practice
PI.
for you.
Abram PI,
Mhm,
yes.
mhm.
Well, what
Well, now that we've got the heart rates up, who wants to
Yeah.
go next?
Yes.
You know what? I think it's important to have a yin to our yang. All right.
Yeah.
You got you doing all this exciting stuff, perhaps viewing illicit activities, and I, on the other hand, have only left the building once since we last recorded, and that was to get. I was going to get dinner with Tanner at the dining hall,
You bet.
which was not particularly exciting.
Date night. Date
Tanner
night,
did.
baby.
Yeah, Tanner did something mildly illicit. He got 2 meals from the dining hall.
Oh,
instead of
that's
just
true.
one.
I don't
Yeah, he
know
went-
if that's
He
allowed
made
or
me.
not.
He made me hold his first meal while he went back into the line.
Uh-huh.
But other than that, I've just been. Time is an illusion. I've been in this set of 3 rooms for 7 days straight.
Wow,
And,
oh my
you know,
god.
I've been getting a lot done on this side of things, on the YouTube and the editing and the thumbnail side of things. But other than that, I have been shirking my work. You know, I like to do a little rhyming now and again, but
A little work shirt going on.
I've not done much of my homework. I'm gonna be honest. I've just been doing video games and YouTube. So
What's
we
the
streamed
home-
SimCity 4 for 2 hours yesterday.
yeah,
so-
homework schmomework.
That's what college is all about, baby. Gaming.
But honestly,
and
I
YouTube.
don't. Yeah, I don't have a lot of homework, so I'm not feeling that bad. And I'm not super behind. I'm doing well in my classes, so it's not a huge problem. I'm making it out to be a worse thing than it is. But other than that, I mean, I'm feeling the brunt. I'm feeling the full fucking brunt of not parasite. We're going to be talking about it in a little bit, but the
Uh-oh.
pandemic. I'm feeling the full
Sure.
brunt of the pandemic in a way that I have not since March when it started.
wow.
Mhm.
But I'm starting to get that whole time is illusion, bro. Nothing matters. It's pandemic.
Your
crazy.
your mind state is elevating. Pandemic
Yeah.
brain.
I'm transcending.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was
See,
I
I'm
made
having
it.
that same mindset.
Whoa,
Ah,
Timo,
Huh?
say your piece.
Oh, okay. I made a good decision at the beginning of this school year to take easy classes. So I've not had too much homework. The only problem is I have a 3-page essay on some stuff I don't quite understand due on Friday which is the same day that my bud from high school, Miles, is going to show up here in northern Minnesota, and we're going to have fun hanging out. He's going to stay here for like 2 weeks. But I got to get that done, and it's hard because I'm confused and don't get it. So that's what's school's doing for me right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work.
There's a lot of work.
Go ahead, Abram. Okay.
Well, I mean, that's really all I was gonna add. I think we're all kind of fucking stuck with work.
Yeah.
It's really tiring. There's nothing. Is there really anything to add? I bought a fucking plan book to keep track of all of it. There's an intimidating number of things I have to do.
Do you want to know where my plan
really
book
not
is? I'll show you right now.
Yes.
I don't even have to leave my chair
Yes.
where my plan book is. It's right here. It's in my head.
Nice. Who could have
Whoa.
seen it coming? Who could
Actually,
have seen it coming?
That's big, right?
I have a little like notebook kind of dealio thing, a little black guy that I got in 2018 at the like Japanese paper manga store Kinokuniya.
Oh hell yeah!
I think Tucker was
Kinokuniya.
there, and I put a label on the front, and it says 2018 on the front.
Reminiscent of Epstein's little black book. You got Timo's little black book.
Oh
And-
god!
Oh boy.
Yikes.
Who's been on the plane with you, Timo? Any former presidents?
Well, it appears on the most recent
God.
page, which is from probably a while ago, because I barely write in this thing. Like a little shot diagram of sorts.
Interesting.
I don't know what for. I totally don't know what for.
Hmm.
It was probably actually
Was it the Super Senior?
no.
Only
I never
Kingdom Hearts.
filmed the Super Senior.
Oh,
Weird.
that was a plot idea that Timo and I were whipping up in our senior year of high school.
Mhm. Yeah, there's all kinds
Never
of.
turned into anything.
I like to draw islands during my journalism class, like little maps. So I drew this one which looks suspiciously similar to a drumstick,
I was hungry at the time.
and I just subconsciously drew it. So that's my notebook.
Yeah, you know what you need?
I
Art
don't think-
therapy.
I need art therapy. I haven't written
Oh.
in that
It's
notebook
like Parasite.
in
We're not talking about that yet, Tucker. Calm down.
Well, it's almost like we were late to record because 2 of the 4 members of Backlog Banter were rewatching Parasite.
To the last minute, after the last
Which
minute.
two? Which two? You'll never know.
which
Yeah,
two
never
live
know.
together.
We'll never know.
Hmm.
It's actually me and Timo. We live together.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
the
didn't
new
know that.
development in the lore.
There's a long underground tunnel between our 2 states of residence. We just walk
Oh.
between it. Takes
A
Takes a couple days,
long
but we get there.
underground tunnel. That makes
You know,
Mhm.
actually, you Abram, you gave me an idea for a topic here. All right, so we've got backlog banter lore, and here's the thing: I'm the kind of guy that likes to keep track of things. I like to take a lot of notes.
you like
I like to
lists.
make a lot of Google Docs. I like lists. One thing
I
I,
hate
also
lists.
like is history of things, not
Uh-huh.
necessarily actual history. That's stupid. I like history of dumb things.
Oh.
One of
okay.
those things being the history of backlog banter. I started a Google Doc where I was tracking dates that I could remember or look up for important developments
Mhm.
in the history of backlog banter.
And so did-
and I'll add.
Did last week? Did you write in there? What was it like? The
Well,
the
it was like
seventh?
first episode of the podcast started. First people joining the Discord server. Discord servers created, and it goes all the way back to early 2018 or 2017, late 2017, something like that, where Abram and I had a conversation, one of our first conversations in Discord DMs about starting a comic book club, which is where this whole kit and caboodle started from.
Mm-hmm.
And I added that to the list. Yeah, you really don't like that phrase, do you? But I'm going to be updating it as new things happen as soon as we hit 100 subscribers, which will hopefully be soon.
Hopefully, I
As soon as
think
we start new
actually
projects.
we got a new subscriber while we were live
Oh my
here.
god, really?
Goodness gracious.
Yes.
Hot
Shout out
updates.
to that person.
Yeah. Shout
Oh
out
my god, we're at 97.
It's Zemelin Lord.
Zemelin.
Good God, we might actually hit 100 while we're recording.
We're at 97 subs right now.
Well, that would be quite the achievement. That would be
That would be
cause to
amazing.
celebrate.
All right, guys. We don't stop the stream until we hit 100 subscribers. Okay.
Abram and I have made this joke like 5 times because every time we're making a video, we're so close to 100.
So
All right, guys,
close.
we're not stopping the recording till we hit 100. please get us to 100. I'm so
Please.
hungry.
Listen.
I haven't peed.
It's funny every time. The joke is funny every time.
It never gets old.
Especially especially when I make it.
Mhm.
Especially.
Now, Tucker, and your little list of backlog banter history there,
Yeah.
do you have the life, death, and rebirth and re-death of Agnes?
Agnes in our
No,
inaugural
I'll make.
Our inaugural live stream was technically yesterday. It was just a test
true,
live
yeah.
stream, really.
But it was an hour and 4 minutes still.
Yep, and we
September 12th, 2020.
September 12th.
First live stream of SimCity 4.
Oh,
And then I'll do an extra hyphen.
many more to come.
The birth, life, death, and rebirth of
Agnes Liu.
And-
Education
and
9.
quadruple homicide.
What?
She had
She
9
committed at least
Oh,
a
it's
quadruple
true. She
homicide.
did kill a bunch of people.
She had no education and killed a lot of people.
Listen, for anybody watching that has no idea what they're talking about, I'm right there with you. I have no clue what's going on.
Instead of this nice little face of Tanner, yesterday we had a stylized comic image thanks to Abram, and it said TFW no Tanner underneath.
But originally, it wasn't actually not Tanner. It was actually a picture of Abram because that's the only one we had.
Yeah, well,
So Abram was present, and it still said Abram is missing or some shit.
Oh
like that.
no!
Yes.
test live stream.
Yeah. We whipped all
Now-
this up rather recently.
Yeah, I
We-
mean,
Tanner and Timo and I were on a very late Discord call one night, and we're
I think
just
we were
like,
up
you know
till
what?
2 a.m. working
Yeah,
on.
we
Each
were.
of us, I might add, each of us contributing equally to the process.
Uh-huh.
Tucker was making thumbnails. Timo was setting up. He was making the stream little graphics that would run in between. I was playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remastered.
in the dark and
Oh god.
But that's a really important thing. It's kind of like when the fucking military men in World War II would have the hot babe on the nose of the fucking fighter jet, you know, and get
I
them through the day.
Mhm.
Yeah,
We- There was sexy Tanner playing Tony Hawk to get.
He
all
wasn't
that
a
way
wife
through the
beater.
editing.
He was
I
He was
would
wearing a wife beater.
wife
just say
beater
tank
Tanner.
top. Just say tank top, bro.
No.
Please, please, dear God.
You ever think about just the term wife beater probably just being a antiquated description?
Yeah,
of
I think about it. As a man
Uh.
who owns several of the actual quote unquote wife beater shirts, yes, I think about it quite a bit.
I only own a couple and they don't fit me very well and I don't wear them, especially up here when it's too cold to
Yeah.
wear
I
shirts
probably
without
have some-
sleeves.
I've probably got some pictures of you in your tank tops during band camp or such.
Oh
another.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
because that was the deal in band was though you wore the tank tops, and then on the one fateful day, the coldest day of the year, would always end up being short day, and all the girls. I played saxophone, so all the girls in the saxophone section would bring the shortest shorts they owned, and like all the guys would wear the short shorts without shirts on the coldest day. Usually practice was before the sun rose, so that.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's some cursed
Yeah.
images from them. We got a chat from Amari Dime. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I don't know how to say it, but hello, they say, and
Howdy.
we say hello back.
We do
We
say
do.
hello back.
I think we do. Yeah.
Welcome.
We tip our hats to you.
I tip
whatever your
my
name
hat to
was.
thee.
Yes, thank you.
Now,
Um,
Timo and I were on the Discord doing a little bit of planning while you guys are finishing up Parasite, and we actually have a topic.
Oh,
An actual
oh dear
topic.
lord.
An actual
good
topic.
God. Like one I can
Um,
make a good thumbnail of and like make a title and stuff.
Maybe.
certainly.
We'll try.
This revolves around a little tent film.
Tent
Well, tent
film.
film.
It's literally the tent pole
Oh,
film.
Parasite. There's a tent in that movie. We're talking about Parasite already.
Yes,
there's a
we
tent.
are. We're talking about perhaps the parasitic relationship between the film Tenet
Oh,
and the American box office, because Tenet made a crisp $6.5 million at the box office
Ooh.
in
Uh-huh.
its second weekend.
Now I'm gonna go on. I'm just gonna ask a question here to the group. Do you think it broke even? Was 6.5 million enough to break even for Tenet?
Well, here's
They did
the thing. The actual figures are Tenet needs about $500 million to break even.
Of course.
$500 million to break even.
Well, yeah, it's budget. I looked up the budget. It's around 200 million, and you typically double that for marketing. So 500 million sounds about right.
especially because they had to start and stop and then restart the marketing campaign after the
Yes.
first delay.
Yes.
Internationally, the film has made over 200 million, barely over 200 million. A
Mhm.
lot of countries have a lot less COVID restrictions than we do. Their markets are a lot more open. But I suppose my biggest question for all of you boys, in light of the really soft US numbers, in light of Wonder Woman moving again, in light of Dune almost certainly moving, in
Yeah.
light of HBO Max's low what do you fucking call it? Base of people who pay for the service.
Well,
'Cause I
because
can't
it's
think of the goddamn
dumb.
word.
HBO's stupid. Here, we got a Jamie pull that up moment here.
Oh boy.
We did some work beforehand. We got a little article from Variety talking about Tenet hitting $200 million globally despite a lackluster U.S. box office.
Essentially, my question then is, if, in light of all these factors, do you see films like Tenet having really short windows and going exclusively to HBO Max? Do you see Dune going straight to HBO Max? Do you see Wonder Woman doing a hybrid model? Like, what are you thinking with this WB slate?
I don't think they're going to move Wonder Woman again. I think Wonder Woman's going to go hybrid. I believe, fingers crossed that shit doesn't get worse here in the States. I think that's going to go hybrid.
Yeah.
Dune, I think they're going to push that back again. Hard to say what'll happen to that. It depends on the evolving situation. But I do believe that Wonder Woman won't get pushed back. I think that they're going to try and go hybrid with that. Try to recoup some money for the holiday season.
Yeah.
Really, you think Dune is going to be pushed back again, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, right now it's scheduled for the week before Wonder Woman, which is not
Dune
good.
also WB?
Yes, it's WB
then yes.
Legendary.
Well, here's the thing, Timo. You're surprised at his idea of Dune being pushed back now that Wonder Woman got pushed back. If Wonder Woman can't make money right now, if Warner Brothers Wonder Woman makes money,
that other movie that made like $800 million and is a beloved franchise with a beloved character attached to it. Fuck that. We're doing Dune.
Warner Brothers executives.
Dune, baby.
And we're doing Dune a week before Wonder Woman. We're just gonna have both of our films fucking released between December 18th and 25th. It's just not gonna happen.
So
Split the audience.
When do you think Dune is gonna actually be shown or released? Just like anywhere, shown on home screens.
Summer 2021.
Summer. You think it's a summer movie now?
Yeah.
It's kind of. Don't you? But Dune is a very hot movie. I don't think it'd be a good idea to release the movie about the desert in the summer when everyone's already hot. You want to release movies about the art. You want to release movies like John Carpenter's The Thing in the summer because it's a cold movie, or like Alien. Those movies are cold.
And that famously, The Thing flopped mostly because I guarantee it's because it was set during the winter and it was released during the summer.
No, you got what? No, that doesn't make any sense.
You just reversed what he said.
You got it. That's how it should be. You should release the cold movies in the summer.
Excuse me.
When was Mad Max Fury Road released?
That was
February,
also
right?
summer. No, that was summer.
Oh fuck! I thought that was a February.
Because
I would put
Jamie, pull that up.
I think it was May.
Max Fury Road.
That was the first movie I saw. The first rated R movie I saw in theaters. And
So
I think
Mad Max Fury Road was released on May 15th, 2015.
May.
Right.
So I was close to going over.
Tanner, you gave me a pretty good idea. I got a new topic for us. What was the first rated R movie you guys saw in theaters?
In theaters.
Tanner's already given his answer. Yeah.
I don't know.
Legally or otherwise?
I don't
mine
know.
was certainly on the otherwise side.
Mine legally was Mad Max Fury Road. Illegally was It.
Interesting.
So you have to be 17, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't know if you were ever with me on any of these, Timo, but me and a couple of the fellas, both in middle school and high school, before we were of age to get in, we would certainly buy tickets. We would certainly buy tickets to something like Secret Life of Pets and then walk into Fury, which I think is those might have been really separate years, whatever. But we would buy tickets to a stupid kids movie, be like, oh hey, we're going to see fucking Curious George Explores the Jungle or whatever, and then we would walk into another theater because the AMC Barton Creek in Austin, Texas, they didn't have the greatest security system.
I don't think any theater really cares No, I don't. I
Yeah,
never. I
nor
never
do they
went with
care.
you to do any of that, so I don't really know. Oh, I know what it was. The first rated R movie I saw, it was legal because I went and saw it with my parents, was Grand Budapest Hotel, which came out in 2014. I saw that during its release window when it was in theaters.
Well, I
Damn.
wouldn't say that movie's particularly inappropriate. I mean,
There's old person nudity
that's true.
and
What,
sex,
Tilda Swinton?
and there's a lot of swearing in it, but like
That's
Yeah.
true.
not
Yeah.
that I
Yeah.
don't hear that at home or do that myself. So
I think.
I think that was my
I think mine was
my
Blade Runner
first.
2049.
Really?
Oh,
Really?
I'm-
Speaking of Dune.
Huh.
we got some.
It's out-
We got some great movies as our first
yeah.
rated R
Well,
watch.
mine was Fury,
Hey,
which
if
is
you're
a good
gonna-
movie, but it's not on the level of Grand Budapest or Blade Runner
Or Mad Max. Come on now.
or Mad Max.
Mad
yeah,
Max
that's
is
true.
pretty good too.
I'm kind of the odd fucking
know,
duck out
but,
right
like,
here.
I don't know. That was kind of a cop out answer for me because like the first movie, like I saw it with my parents. I was like, I don't know, not old
Yeah.
enough, and so like it was allowed. But like on my own, I think it was. I don't know. It probably was Blade Runner 2049. I went and saw that with a friend. On like
See,
opening weekend, yeah.
I was 16 when that movie came out, though, because that was October of 2017. I went with my art teacher, who also ran my film club in high school.
Okay.
He
Badass.
was also my junior varsity golf coach.
Good
but he
God.
clearly-
Jack of all
clearly-
trades.
Jack of all trades, master of not doing his job.
Oh wow.
So he took us out of school. He took us out of school early, let us skip golf practice, and took us to go see Blade Runner with him, mostly because he wanted to see it himself.
Badass.
So that was fun. But I think the first one I went when I was of age was 8th grade, I believe.
Boy,
Bo Burnham's 8th grade.
I wonder
Yeah,
what the
interesting.
first of age movie I saw. Hang on, I'll have to
Huh.
keep the conversation going here, boys.
I wonder how I
I'm
got
curious
into. I'm
now.
wondering now how I got into Blade Runner 2049. It's 17, right? Not 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I
it's
was
17.
definitely 17 that year in what 2017.
Yes.
I might have only been 16. I don't know.
Also,
But
the guy
whatever,
being
me
paid
and-
875 is not carding.
Yeah. Well, I also
Yeah.
went to the Alamo Draft House,
They
and
card. They're fucking strict.
not about age in movies though. I think it's just about liquor.
Well,
I've
you
never
can't even
been-
get into an Alamo movie without a parent unless you have a specific.
I
you have to be
pre-ordered.
part of Alamo Victory Vanguard.
Oh, I was. That's how. I
Yeah,
was in Victory
exactly.
Vanguard, and I pre-ordered the tickets, and I got me and Gabe in. Gabe had never seen the original Blade Runner, and we went and saw 2049 in its lengthy gloriousness. And he was like, you know what? I didn't really understand that thing because I missed the first one, but that was cool. I was like, and then I was sitting there like, mind getting blown.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Speaking of Alamo Draft House and going to a bunch of movies, Timo, you and I, beginning of this year, remember that? We went on a fucking rampage to the Alamo Draft House. We went to like 3 different movies in the span of a week.
Yeah,
We
which
saw
one?
Uncut Gems, we
Yeah.
saw 1917, and we saw maybe it was only 2, but maybe there was another one. Who knows?
Who
We
knows?
saw a bunch of movies, but that was fun. That was fun. Alamo Draft House, it's a positive experience. You know, you're paying a little extra, but you get definitely nicer seats, you get
Nicer
access to
seats,
food, you
better
get-
food. I think that,
better
and they're
atmosphere.
really strict about the rules. So you get people get kicked out if they're being stupid.
Yeah.
Which is a nice thing to know, and that way there's just no stupid people in the theater. To be
What a
fair, you
blessing.
have to have a high IQ to attend Alamo Draft House.
Quick aside, after a quick letterbox sesh, I think I determined that my first legal rated R film was Hereditary.
Hereditary.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still haven't seen it.
I think I saw
Oh,
Mad
man.
Max at home. I think I rented it and watched it at home.
Interesting.
I got the Blu-ray for Mad Max from my uncle Peter.
Hmm.
Uncle
Shout out to
Peter.
Peter.
Yeah, the rated R movie dealer.
Yeah.
Given Inappropriate items to children.
What you just said there about the Alamo Draft House gave me a little inkling of another topic we could get into if no one else has anything.
Okay. Well, I
Uh,
have a story to tell relating to video gaming, but it's best.
Okay, go
I think,
ahead.
Well, I think we're on a roll talking about movies in here, so let's
Okay,
keep going.
let's do it. What is your worst movie watching experience. People being just shitheads in the theater. What you guys have? You guys have stories about that? Because I have a handful.
My worst was Tucker.
Lost Tucker.
Oh, he's coming back. He's
back.
Jerome.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
There we
Yeah.
go. He's back.
Hi. I missed the entire question. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
I heard some of it through
Theater experience.
worst. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I got. Yeah. All right.
Well,
Well, actually, can I start here?
Yeah, yeah.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I have an interesting place to start because it's just where we finished with Hereditary. No, wait, sorry. Midsummer.
Okay.
Midsummer.
close
was
enough.
Yeah, whatever. I got them mixed up. I went to Midsummer,
hmm
and I think I've told some of you, maybe one of you, I don't know, some of the story. But when I went to Midsummer, I went by myself. This was a summer when I had AMC A-list, and I went to a ton of movies by myself, ton of new movies. And I sit down in the theater, not many people, and this, mildly overweight, middle-aged man picks the entire theater just to sit right next to me. And he continuously
I've heard this story
offers me
before.
popcorn throughout the movie.
Mhm.
And
Hey,
throughout the movie, refuses to eat any of the popcorn himself. But he's just sitting there, like, continuously like, hey, what's the popcorn? Fucking nudging me. And I'm just like, sitting there trying to, enjoy the cinematography in the story. But there's just this fella who, honestly, he could have drugged the popcorn. Who knows? There probably
Tucker?
was something in there.
I don't want to alarm you, but are you familiar with the concept of cutting out the bottom of the tub of popcorn and inserting a certain body part into it? So with that, when someone reaches in to grab some of your some nice buttery, salty popcorn, they get a
buttery something
less than-
else.
a buttery something else.
Sausage.
You
I
know?
do like the mental image of a
Mildly.
of a shy and timid Tucker Hazel sitting next to a fat and fully erected gentleman.
And they're the only ones in the theater.
No, there's a few
Watching-
other people, but like a couple rows up or whatever.
Also, Midsummer, it's a bit of a titillating film. There's some nudity in there.
Sure.
I can only imagine this was during the scene where there's the orgy scene, I should say.
Yeah,
I can
with
only
all the old
imagine.
women and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Well,
bad. That ranks up there.
and
That is a
other
bad
stories?
one.
Yeah. Any other stories?
I would have to
I
say my worst is, I don't know. They're hard to remember. I don't really remember it, but like, I've had some bad experiences when we go out with the boys and like there's like all the boys sitting in, and you know what I can't stand? I can't stand it when like people that I know are being obnoxious and like asking dumb questions to the movie. I hate it when people ask questions that like clearly that's going to be answered soon. And there was one movie, I think it was like Matthew or something, a friend of ours, of Tucker ours from high school, was just like constantly asking like stupid ass questions. And I was like,
Was it Rise of Skywalker?
it might have been Rise of
Because-
Skywalker. That was a pretty
Yeah, 'cause
bad
some people in that
experience.
movie, yeah, some of our friends in that movie would not shut the hell up.
And I was just like, you can shit on it all you want when we're done.
Mhm.
And the next time we watch it, yeah, I'll join in, but not the first time in the theater, please. And I was like,
Yeah.
nah. I think it definitely influenced my opinion of the movie in like a
Yeah,
weird,
no.
like reverse psychological way. I was like, oh, I kind of think this movie
Oh.
isn't terrible because these people were shitting on it the whole time, but I didn't like them for shitting on it. So therefore I have to like the movie to prove that, I don't know, something like that.
So that's why you like that terrible movie. Okay, that makes sense.
That
You know,
terrible film.
I haven't
Yeah.
rewatched it, so I'll have to say that my judgment is clouded at best.
I've seen it twice and I love it.
It's not
Eyes emoji.
Okay, we've got two other guys and two other movies to
good.
talk
Okay.
about.
Let's see. Well, I like mine. Mine is also is not specific. Just some. The worst for me is people who think they're comedians while they're watching the movie. They're like, you know what I'm gonna
You know,
do?
I
I'm gonna Mystery Science Theater 3000 this. Everyone wants to hear my commentary. And that was a guy who was on a date with, I assume, his girlfriend. Maybe it was. I assume these people weren't married, and if they were, they probably got a divorce very soon after, because it was in the film Us. Okay, and he thought he was being super original. He's like, "Oh, don't go in there. That's so stupid. Why would you go in there?" Like, obvious. It's so cliched. It's gone through multiple levels of cliche. So you're just not funny. Just shut the hell up.
You know, there's something interesting about, you talk about Us. Okay, let you finish, but when you're done, I want to talk about watching
Okay.
Us and audience's reaction.
listen, me and my friends while watching the movie, we like kind of were like, looking back at each other, like, should we say something? Because it happened right when the scary part of the movie kicks in. You're like, maybe he's just gonna get it out of the system here, but he didn't. So we had to say something. Well, first of all, his girlfriend like looked over, with like kept telling him to shut up, and he didn't.
Dude, this guy's got
So
a 2x4 for a brain.
We had to tell. Eventually, I think someone behind us yelled at him to shut the hell up, and I think that finally got the message across.
Reminds me of the Star Wars intro
Oh, yeah.
video.
Turn off
Yeah.
the flash, you fucking moron.
Moron.
Fuck, I love that video.
So to talk about us, I was really lucky. I got to go to South by in 2018 and 2019 maybe. One
Yeah,
of
that was
the
last year.
yeah. The South by that us actually premiered at the opening night, and I schemed my way into like near like bottom, I don't know, maybe 7th row seats for us at the Paramount
Nice.
Theater in Austin. Huge. Not only is Jordan Peele in attendance, but the rest of the cast and crew is too, along with
Oh.
like high flying. I mean, this is and I don't like horror movies. I didn't like horror movies very much then. I like them more now. But being in the audience for that film with a large audience that cares about it and is like wanting to have a good time was so much fun. Because even when people would like, there was like a couple times where someone yelled like turn around or like look out, like you could just tell that wasn't like a controlled like I'm being funny. That was just like a thing that just like they had to yell it. They had to because the movie was making it. And there were like definitely moments where the audience had collective gasps where everyone's just like like, and while that's shitty in a normal theater, in that situation I thought it was awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it is a matter of these people were.
It was
like,
also
very
it was
earnestly-
literally the world premiere. Like no one else had
Yeah.
seen it before us, so
These people were earnestly enjoying and were so invested in this movie
For
that
us.
they had visceral reactions. Whereas my situation was a guy who thought he was like fucking, I don't know, who's
next
a funny person.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah, he
None
thought
of
it
us.
was, yeah, exactly.
I've never had a bad theater experience, but let me fucking tell you, some of my home viewing sessions have been absolutely atrocious. I was introducing a group of people to Inception. We're over at this kid's house. I won't even say his name. I'd knock all the teeth of his mouth if I saw him, but not for the reasons that I'm about to talk about. This is just tangential.
Beef.
I
Is
would-
what this is called.
He had never seen Inception. Me and my buddy Jackson, we had. It was his first time, but he is the type of person that really likes to feel smart. So a plot beat would happen. He would scramble to find his Xbox controller, so watching it through his Xbox, pause the movie, turn to us and go, okay, so what just happened is this, and that means what's going to happen next is that. But
God.
the annoying part of it is that he ran his Xbox controllers on AA's. And he lives in a very affluent household, but he really hates the idea of buying himself new AA's. So he shuts his controller off every time. So every 15 to 20 minutes, he would scramble to get his controller, hit the buttons to turn it back on, turn the fucking TV bright with the Xbox overlay, pause the movie, turn to us, tell us what just happened. We'd tell him to shut the fuck up, and this happened probably 6 to 8 times over the course of Inception.
That's bad.
God.
I remember.
Well, you know what you need to do, Abram. You need to do a redux of that night, but with Tenet instead.
There are so many logistical issues there, including the blood feud between several of the people that were in that group now.
I remember when all the boys in high school would go over to Tucker's house. He had the movie watching setup, and we'd pull up stuff on the PlayStation. There were a couple times where I will admit having to been fidgeting with the PlayStation controller to have seriously like messed up the playback. We had some viewing sessions where we just didn't pay attention. I don't think anyone paid attention when we watched The Shape of Water.
No, yeah, that was
That's a lovely film.
No one paid
Good
it.
one.
We didn't pay attention while we were watching it.
I mean, I fell asleep with a group of the boys watching Apocalypse Now. We were passing around the fucking big plastic vat of Teddy. We were passing around a vat of Teddy Grahams. It was late. We were all snuggled up in our fucking sleeping bags. We were watching Apocalypse Now, eating our Teddy Grahams, falling asleep to the whimsical sounds of Harrison Ford and the plight of the Viet Cong.
Yeah,
and we just fucking woke up.
The soothing sounds
of napalm or whatever, and
of
and
Wagner's
native
Flight
being
of the
slaughtered.
Valkyries.
Yeah.
Good God.
Yeah, that's one of the only films I've ever fell asleep during.
That's incredible. You fell asleep during Apocalypse Now.
Oh my god.
Your film
I,
card is revoked for that one.
I actually,
Well,
I don't know
okay.
if I can just rapid fire these, but I have multiple other explicitly terrible theater experiences.
Okay,
Any of those? Can I just tell some quick stories?
just
Yeah,
go wrap, and
you guys
then
rattle
and then we should go
Okay,
around on
alright.
what we've fallen asleep in the theater to.
Oh God, I don't. Okay, yeah, actually, I do have one of those.
I actually do have another bad one
Um,
too. So this one's bad for not
okay.
movie, or this is just bad.
Mhm.
Okay, well, first off,
98
another-
subs.
Oh my gosh! Congratulations, everyone.
Who is
We're
our
doing-
98th subscriber? Want to give him a shout
Sometimes
out?
it doesn't show you the name. Sometimes it doesn't show you the name. The 97th one was Zamelin Lord.
That's
Zemelin
my
Lord.
roommate.
That's your roommate.
Oh, thank you,
Nice.
Stefan. I hope he doesn't watch my videos where I call him a chucklehead every single time. Uh-oh.
The reckoning is
Okay.
now.
So, first one, Rampage, starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
As
you know.
the OG monkey movie of the monkey era.
No, that's
Um,
Pixels.
Wouldn't that
Wait,
be
Donkey
Dawn of the
Kong?
Planet of the Apes?
You know, I have no evidence to back up my assertion, and I'm not gonna try.
New podcast episode idea. Tracking the progression of monkey films.
Monkey movie.
Continue, Tucker.
That's actually not a bad idea.
That's not bad.
But
That's a terrible
so
idea.
during Rampage, starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson,
Mhm.
me and my friend Gabe were sitting in the front row. The guy next to us FaceTimed his girlfriend and put the phone on his chest so that she could watch the movie through his fucking nipple. And they were like having a conversation the whole time. Like he was like, "Hey, what are you ordering for fucking pizza or whatever?" Like they were having a whole conversation, and we were just sitting there like, "Are you?" I mean, it's clever, but what an idiot!
What
And that was pretty bad.
was it? Because he couldn't get seats? Do you think, or because the girlfriend was like,
Didn't want to pay. Who knows?
Man, you got to be pretty cheap to do that."
Yeah,
That.
but
You won't pay the $8.50 for a fucking ticket, but you'll use your data to fucking stream Rampage over
True.
FaceTime.
yeah. Other one. No, this is a mix. It was a
Mhm.
great movie. Obviously, when I say it, you know I like it. But bad theater experience. I don't know if you were there on this one, Timo. But when we saw Avengers Endgame,
I didn't go see
opening
that.
night, fucking midnight premiere. Our theater projector screwed up twice. There was no sound on the opening shot with Hawkeye and his family, and someone turned on the lights in the middle of the movie. Someone turned on the fucking theater
sucks.
lights.
Like the fluorescence, or
so-
like the nice like walking in lights.
The fluorescence, like the full-on theater.
Oh,
lights.
the full-on lights.
And
That sucks.
also, there was two guys with light up sound infinity gauntlets, dude. Stick them up in the air and go, yeah. That was hilarious. And obviously, you guys know I like that movie, so clearly it didn't hinder my enjoyment too
Right.
much.
Yeah.
I
But-
this is not bad, but I was seeing Indiana Jones and the third one. What's the third one?
I think I was with you.
Last Crusade.
Yeah,
Last
Indiana
Crusade.
Jones
I
and the
was with
Last
you on this
Crusade.
one.
And we were at the Paramount Theater because I've been to a
Yep.
lot of movies at the Paramount Theater, and they were showing it on 70mm, and the film's playing. It's like the middle of it, and like there's like it changes scenes or changes roles or something happens, and because it's on like real film stock, the picture immediately becomes like different, and it gets a little bit offset, so it's like up above, there's a line in the middle of the screen, and then there's the next like frame, and it gets adjusted, and then a little while later it like boom, it stops, and we got to see a film burn out on a 70mm size screen where like the bulb, like burned through the film, and like, you know what? It literally looks exactly like every effect you've seen.
Yeah, I
That's
remember
actually
that.
sick.
It was,
If
it
I were
sucked
to-
because it destroys the print, and it's old prints. You want them to stay alive, and then they have backups, so they just switched to the Blu-ray version of it. But
Nice.
yeah, so
Yeah.
that was not bad, but only sort of bad. And then my bad movie experience was I picked a really bad date movie. I've picked a couple.
Oh God.
Um,
Was it Schindler's List, reminiscent of the Seinfeld episode?
No, it was worse. I went. I was like, with a kind of new girlfriend, and I said, "Hey, let's go see a movie." And she's like, "Okay." Like, what do you want to go see? And I looked on. This is like in the middle of February, like no movies are being shown, or yeah, something like that. And the one movie that was available in theaters at that time was Pacific Rim 2.
Oh, God.
wow.
Uprising.
Yeah, so I love Pacific Rim 1, and I was like, I wanted to see this in theaters, and I decided that the person to see it with was my new girlfriend. And
Hmm.
it's not a very romantic movie. It's not a
It's
very
not-
good
it
movie. It's
Yeah.
was kind of a waste of time. Needless to say, that relationship didn't last very long.
See, I've got an interesting first date film. So my girlfriend and I, first movie we saw in the theater was totally fun. We saw Knives Out. We got a little fucking Unos
Oh,
beforehand.
that's a great one to see. There you go. Oh.
But the first movie we watched together,
Hmm.
I was like, "Hey, you've never seen Pulp Fiction?" So the first
That's the most film bro fucking thing to do. Are you
That's
kidding
film
me? There are
bro.
memes about that.
Have you seen Pulp Fiction?
You heard of this undiscovered gem, Pulp Fiction?
Abram, oh my god.
the first movie.
Have you ever seen Wolf of Wall Street?
The first two movies I watched with her were Pulp Fiction and The Dark Knight.
Oh.
That just ruined a lot of your credibility, I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
So is that worse, or is
Oh.
that worse or better than Pacific Rim 2?
Oh, that's worse.
I actually I've got one
well,
that's
here's
worse.
the thing.
He's
We've
got
been
one that.
together for over a year.
So
I think mine worked
Okay,
out.
yeah.
well, yours did
That's
work
true.
out.
God.
But here's the thing. I'm going to give you 2 reasons why mine is worse. This is the
Okay.
last story I've got to tell. I've got plenty of stories, but this is the last movie related
We gotta
story I'm
save some
gonna tell.
content, more content later down the road.
And Timo's
I
got
know.
a story too.
I have one more story. It's not very long, but it's
Okay.
Shiza, okay.
Okay, well, first off, I don't know if you remember the classic Adam Sandler film Pixels, which you were talking about earlier.
I think
But,
about it every day.
I took
it
me,
haunts me.
in middle school, I was friends with a lot of girls. And I took
Whoa,
me.
look out.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. That's all right.
Middle
took
school
me,
ladies, man.
4 of my friends and 5 girls to go see Pixels.
Whoa.
Oh, I was.
You were a high roller.
The Decadate. The Decadate.
We saw Pixels, and it was just me and my friends, and we were sitting there. And we were like, "Hey, we're trying to get a fucking big group together. Set some guys up, whatever." This is middle school. It's
Kind of
just dumb.
fanoodle
But-
some shit here.
Timo,
Nope.
were you there for that
This
one?
is a different episode, but similar a year later, I think.
Okay, yeah. But oh, geez, that was bad because it also was Pixels, and that's a terrible movie. And I essentially, if we're gonna call it 5 dates, I did 5 times the damage by showing a bad movie.
Oh.
So
I
there you go.
remember Tucker.
Technically, you might be the winner then.
He might be the winner of the worst. Well, because he also set up another event similar with him, a bunch of bros, and a bunch of girls. I think it's the same crew. And then I somehow went along with that. And we saw some Avengers movie, I think. No, it was an X-Men movie.
No, we saw X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah.
And the reason we saw
Ooh.
X-Men Apocalypse was to set you up with the girl that you liked that time.
Yeah,
at
which
the time.
which was the girl that I took, the same girl that I took to go see Pacific Rim 2.
There's a whole lore here. But no, seriously, the plan was to take me and my friends who were girls, and then I was like, hey, mind if my friend Timo comes along? And
Mhm.
we'll put him next to the girl he likes,
Yeah.
and it'll be great.
Wait, so not only was she not interested, she also thinks you have terrible taste in movies.
No, because it took me 2 more years to ask her out.
Oh, well.
Going to see Pacific Rim 2 was 2 years, 2 years later. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Sure. God.
I took a long time to come into my own in terms of dating in high school. Took me a while.
Okay. Well, that supremely hurt my psyche, my soul, and my brain.
So-
So thank you for all those stories.
Well, you're welcome. I've got one last one I've got to share. It's a little
Oh.
personal achievement. A couple nights ago, I got 100% completion on my first, truly 100% completion on my first game ever.
Okay.
Nice.
And it didn't take me very long. So the story goes, my friend Darsh was hanging out. We were talking on Discord late at night, and he goes, "Hey, if I buy you this game for 69 cents, will you play it right now?" And I thought, there's only one type of game that this could be. Should I do it? And I thought, you know what? Yes, I should. So he bought me this game. Yes, it was a
Called?
hentai game.
Oh,
Oh,
of course.
God.
It's on Steam.
Oh, 69 cents.
Yes.
Huh?
What was it called? I kind of forget.
You 100% it the other day, and you already forgot the name.
Yeah, well, because I deleted it.
Oh well. Well,
uh,
you don't want that on your you don't want that on your hard drive. No.
It's called
no.
called H Sniper World War II, and it's this god awful game where you stand. You're presumably an American soldier, and you stand up on a hill with some like barricades around you, and there's an unstoppable flood of, in my version, unclothed Nazi anime girls running at you that you must kill with the sniper rifle.
How can you tell they're Nazis?
Because they're wearing
They're
the
unclothed.
they're wearing the helmets.
Oh, okay.
Um,
There's some clothes. Hats are technically a clothes.
They have swastika pasties.
Nope, no paste, no none of that.
Oh,
They were
excuse
fully
me.
nude. And the game had like this terrible sniper elite like camera for every kill.
Oh my god.
And most of the achievements were to get kills. So there's like some 50 achievements, 1 per kill, and then like 5 more achievements for unlocking the real reason you play the game, the drawings, which you purchased with currency that you gained from playing. So now, if you want to be real stickler about it, I didn't get 100% because I'm not number 1 on the leaderboard. I only got like, I don't know, 6, maybe 10,000 points in the game, and the number 1 person on the leaderboard has like 1.4 million, so... But
Oh god.
it is an achievement nonetheless. I got all the achievements.
I'm proud of you.
I came close in Metal Gear Solid 5, which is a real game, but no one can ever truly complete that because it's unfinished. So I had to usurp it with H Sniper World War II, which I kept calling H Sniper Z for some reason. I thought it was... And there's all... You know what? If you want to play these stupid games that were probably made in an afternoon with stolen assets, there's like a ton of them. There's so many, and they're all the same. Sadly, there's no H Sniper or Vietnam. That was the one I really wanted.
Damn. You'd fall asleep
BLBS
right back to
episode
this,
2.
like Apocalypse Now.
You know, Vietnam War, very relaxing.
Very relaxing.
BLBS
I can
episode 2, hentai with the boys.
I can confirm you only spent half an hour on this game. I'm looking at your Steam profile now.
Yeah, my friend Dadarsh was telling me how because he didn't just buy this game for me, he bought it for a couple other of his friends, and they like purposely set themselves the offline mode, and I was like, I don't care, dude. It's 2 a.m. What does it matter? Who's gonna care?
You wear that badge with pride. Come on now.
I've deleted it from my hard drive. It's not on there anymore. But
now it's on the internet, and you talked about the fact that
That's
you completed it.
I did play it. Well,
Which is even worse.
He bought it for me, and I agreed.
Sure.
I said, I'll play it if you do. I knew what it was. He wouldn't tell me what it was until after he bought it, but I knew what I knew. I had a general idea. I could guess. I was like,
Everyone, I think you got something else to say? Yes,
I was
no?
staring off into the distance. I was just listening very carefully. Because I have to say, hentai is not really my wheelhouse. So
it's
I
not
know
mine
when
either.
it's my...
No. You can't backtrack on this now. No, that's not allowed.
Well, I think that's a very good note to end the podcast on. This one was probably about double the length of the first one, but I think that's okay. We had a lot of actual good topics.
Yes.
We shared some actual good stories. We rumbled over each other a couple times, and in the future we'll need to smooth some of those out. But I think this was a very solid episode of podcast. Hey, if I was just a person, and I am, I would listen to this podcast.
If I were just a person, and I am.
So I think people should listen to this podcast. That's essentially what I'm getting at.
Yes.
Backlog banter. It's for people.
It's the people's channel.
The people's channel.
Unfortunately, I have to say, BLBS episode 1 only got 2 thumbs up, so I can't give my review of Oliver Stone's JFK this week. But if we get 5 thumbs up on this video, I will review it next week.
5 thumbs up.
Damn.
Everybody do your part.
Everyone, you have the incentive. If I may, maybe hit that like button from back and to the left.
Back? What?
What?
It's a little
One of us
JFK
got
joke.
that.
It's a little JFK joke for everyone out
From
there. A little
back
JFK
and
joke.
to the...
That's some insider fucking baseball about the assassination of our former president right there.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
it was more a reference to the film, but sure, yeah, also that.
Well, fun fact: the film is actually based on the president.
Oh, really?
Film based
Yeah.
on
Fun
real
fact,
So
life?
the name wasn't a coincidence?
Fun fact: they show the real assassination film at least 15 times during all of
Oh,
the
interesting.
It's
Okay.
jarring.
Oh my
Well,
god.
I think that's a good note. I think that's all of this is a great note. We got hentai, we got assassination. Great note to end a podcast on. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you're watching this live, congratulations, you did it. You made it to the end. I'm very proud of you. But if you're watching this online, still same thing. If you watch this whole thing, holy shit, what's wrong with you? But thank you very much.
You missed the
I'll
best
see you guys
story
in
was
the
at the
video.
end. All right. Bye bye, guys.
See ya.
See ya. Bye.